I hope I'm audible.
Please keep it close to your mouth. Your mic should be closer to your mouth.
I hope I'm audible now. And it
Yes,
was
yes.
indeed a lovely video of the university. And I guess most of you must have enjoyed it. Good morning, everyone. I am Mayank, and I am from Department of Political Science from School of Humanities. And I welcome everyone on the behalf of K.R Mangalam University into the series of webinars. And in this webinar, we will be focusing upon the career choices for the students of humanities, commerce, and sciences. Now, this webinar becomes very important and crucial for the students who are studying in 10th, 11th, and 12th as well. Now, for this, we have invited a very eminent speaker, Mr. Gagan Singh. He is a leadership trainer and a motivational speaker. If I may briefly introduce him, he is a devoted academician. He has been an All India CBSE topper, top rank BE honors from DCE, and has pursued MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. Furthermore, he has been experience of 23 years of corporate career, spearheading global HR and LD initiative as director and member of board at MNCs. He's also a celebrated motivational speaker at international and national forums and in different languages, be it English, Hindi, as well as in Japanese. Mr. Gagan is also a founder of Gagan's Winning Edge Persona program, a leadership and persona development institute. Now, very welcome, sir, to this very important and crucial webinar. If I may start or set the tone of the webinar, a pressing concern faced by most students as they pass out from the 10th standard is what stream to choose that will enable them to pursue a career of their choice. Now, while arriving at an important conclusion over what stream to choose, students are faced with dilemmas regarding which stream is better and what stream will be easier to pursue and score. And furthermore, it would enable them to achieve their dreams and aspirations, monetary as well as job satisfaction. Now, a simple answer to the above question is that no stream whatsoever, whether it is science, commerce, or humanities, is better or worse than the other. Approaching this important decision with only these set of questions in mind is perhaps not the correct way to decide. And moreover, thus a student might land up making an uninformed choice thereafter. So to mitigate such confusion or contemplation within the students who are pursuing the 10th, 11th, or 12th, I try to set the tone of this webinar, and I again welcome Mr. Gagan to shed more light on the career options available and what are the careers that are going to fade away, what are the potential careers that are going to accelerate in the times to come, and what all options that are available to the students of humanities, commerce, and science. The screen is all yours, Mr. Gagan, sir.
Well, thank you so much. I think right at the beginning, even before I begin this discussion, please permit me to speak one quote which I believe most pertinent for every single student listening or viewing us today, whether at Facebook or any other streaming channel. And this wonderful quote came in 1963 by the great American civil rights reformist Martin Luther King, who spoke in 1963, and I quote, "If you can't be a pine at the peak, be a shrub in the valley. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you cannot be a highway, be a trail. Be a tiny star if you can't be the sun, for it's not with size that battles of life are lost or won. But there's one thing you must deeply believe. No matter what, be the best of whatever you aspire to be the best of whatever you aspire to be." And my starting message, Mayankji, to all wonderful students who are listening to us today is, there are numerous future careers. The mission for all wonderful students should be, as you so rightly said, Mayankji, that irrespective of whether they choose arts or sciences or commerce, and later on pursue various careers we are going to talk about, the secret to an actualized life is towards endeavoring to be the best in whatever they aspire to be. So that's sort of my opening message, and I'll come back to this again. And with this, I like to start. So please allow me to address your first question, Mayankji, like you asked that why is career planning important? So may I confirm my screen is visible, sir?
Yeah, very much.
Okay, great. So thank you for your first question. So to answer that, why is career planning important in today's VUCA world? Mayankji, please allow me to ask a small quiz to all the students. And I'm going to give them 30 seconds to WhatsApp the answers on the chat and to me. I am here, Mayankji, on the screen showing 4 great careers of futures. Careers of 70s, 80s, 90s, and probably perennial. Watchmakers of HMT watches, who had recruited tens of thousands of engineers, diploma, technician people. Telephone operator exchanges, who were recruiting across streams. T-series, cassette recorders, CD recorders, your Moser beers, which were recruiting in like probably millions. And of course, the perennial stream of manual labor. I want all the students to think and reply to me that what happened to them today? What happened to these jobs over the years and why? So I'll be waiting for your answers. Hurry up. I give you all students 20 seconds. Okay, excellent. I have one answer from a student called Rohit Tiwari. Yes, so Rohit Tiwari says they got extinct. Brilliant, Rohit. God bless you. I don't know which class you are from, but wonderful answer. That, Rohit, is exactly what I was trying to say. But Rohit, let's go a bit deeper. Why did these glorious careers get extinct, as you said so beautifully, Rohit? The first one, watchmakers of HMT machine got automated. No need for any labor because the career, which was great at that time, technology subsumed him. Then technology of telephone operators got eliminated because of antenna. You didn't need any more switching systems. There were automatic signaling systems. Once again, automation played the so-called proverbial devil over here. And then it was cassette CD recorders, which is the greatest story of surprise and may I say shock. They were recruiting in millions, but the industry aggregators, manual laborers, which are of course still there, but heavily intended because of mechanization. So Rohit, going deeper into your point of elimination, the message is that technology advancement in VUCA world is a double-edged sword. And therefore, while it produces jobs, it kills many, many more.
Sir,
So setting this context, I like to go back to the point which Mayankji asked, why is career selection important? So the point over here is your livelihood, your growth, your reputation, the purpose of life, everything depends on which career you choose. And therefore, to answer Mayankji's question number 1, the idea of choosing the right career for you, the seed of inception is solved by 2 questions. Question number 1, which industries and professions will prosper in 2 to 3 decades time horizon? You cannot select careers of future by relying on data of past. So joining a great university, going to counselors, going to a wonderful university like K.R Mangalam University, you get various insights on the very important question number 2, which careers and industries may die in future. So therefore, I want to thank Mayankji for question number 1. And this question in some sense sets the tone for how we go ahead further or talking about career selection. But the basic point here at which I end is that some industries will die and some will grow. A judicious selection, therefore, is important to ensure will you lead a happy life or not. Mayankji, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for that beautiful melange of passionate life that you started with the quote and then you offered.
Mayank, one request, please keep the mic close to your mouth so that you're
okay. Am I audible now to everyone?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gagan sir, for offering a very beautiful melange of what if I may say that you started on a very passionate, lively note with a quote, and then you offered a real world analysis that what career to choose from. So how to kind of manage between the passionate zeal in one's individual to do something and then managing a career out of from it, which begs the question that what points to bear in mind while selecting a career.
Thank you so much, Mayankji. Thank you, sir. So moving forward, now we have to talk about a very vital thing, that the most important word which generally plays a role in career. So I am going to take a small wittier tone over here, and the word starts with M. As a career counselor across about 2 decades, what I observed is the mom, mama ji, masi ji, ma'am, and sometimes maths. These M in many cases have played a very vital role. And of course, in some sense, they are all very good, very respect worthy, most illustrious. However, probably they are not the best ways to start. Because what happens, Mayankji, somehow fear plays a big role. Oh, no, I am afraid of math, so I'll take a career as a art designer. I don't like biology, so I'll try to become an engineer. I don't like accounting, so I'll choose humanities. So starting the journey of career thinking by fear leads to a situation where you are ignoring your inclinations. Therefore, it's very important that a student can, of course, think about what they are afraid of, but they should also focus on finding what do they love. And there are various psychometric analysis, which we won't touch in detail today, but one of them is like a pastor psychometric. So you must have a blend of what are you afraid of and what do you love. Because once you have done that, you can avoid a common mistake. The common mistake is simply linking your career choices to the kind of marks. So a high ranker would typically go for medical and non-medical. A middle path may go for commerce, and those left would then probably turn down to humanities. World has changed. So if there are students who are looking at this screen, specifically from class 10th or even 11th, 12th, the world has now changed drastically. So the conventional thought also would have to change. And how that can happen is that we need to focus on 3 F's. So to answer Mayankji's question as to how we should choose careers, my respected students, please allow me to talk about 3 F's: fitment, future, and fairness. So the fitment part is beautifully exemplified by this small quiz. As you can see, this quiz has some unique irony. So once again, I give you 15 seconds. So please hurry up and WhatsApp to me. What is the trick? You see one man doing the job of probably a barber. One man probably doing the job of a dentist. One man who's a CEO. And one man who's washing clothes. What is the irony over here? Hurry up, all the wonderful students. I give you 10 seconds. Please WhatsApp me your answers. Okay, excellent. So this time I have an answer from a wonderful student called Shwetal. What is the name? Okay, Shwetal, a very good answer. It's like a wrong student in a misfit career. Yes, Shwetal, thank you so much for your answer. I have said a similar thing, wrong person for the wrong job. So all the wonderful students in universities or in 11th, 12th need to avoid this disaster. You cannot be a chef by soul doing a barber job. You cannot be a mechanically oriented person doing a medical job. You can't be a skill oriented person doing a menial job. And you can't be a poet and still struggling with the office related job. So it's important to focus on not what is the finest, but what is the fittest. Because like Martin Luther King said, you could make great out of whatever you decide to choose. In fact, Martin Luther King went to a very great extreme. And he said, and I quote before I move ahead, if it comes to the calling of all of you to become a street sweeper, then become the best street sweeper ever. Sweep streets like Michelangelo sculpted, sweep streets like Shakespeare wrote plays, sweep streets like Beethoven composed music. Be the best street sweeper among the dead, the living, and yet unborn. So the message over here is in your pursuit of trying to go for what is societally powerful, you should not compromise what is fitting for you. So
Sir,
therefore, the
sir,
first
if you
question is,
permit me,
yes,
I
sir.
like to add some. If you permit me, I like to add something over
Yes,
here.
yes, kindly, please go ahead,
So when
sir.
you gave
My
an
great honor.
when you sir gave an example of a sweeper and you said to be the best. Now I want to say one point over here that you see nowadays we see good machines sweeping the floors. From where they have come? They have come from the people who use their ingenuity and who were innovative and who were creative to ensure that their job becomes the best and it becomes easy. Right.
Brilliant, sir. Well said, sir. Well said. Well said. In fact, sir, there is an incident of someone in Tamil Nadu who used to collect scrap. This happened in one of the very popular groups of India. And one of their workers came up with a Kaizen idea. He used to segregate the scrap at their Chennai center and came up with the idea of some magnet-based segregation. So beautifully said, Arora sir, that constantly trying to do the job better is the secret to grow. Of course, we are talking about a very unique career, but then even irrespective of the career, you could grow to great heights. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay.
If I may add on to
Yes, sir.
what Gagan beautifully put up, is that you should not choose what is seemingly finest or what
Mayank,
society
one
calls
request, one request.
Yeah.
Please don't forget it.
I- Yeah. Okay, sure, sir. I hope I'm audible now. And as beautifully put up by Gagan sir, that one should not go for what society attributes as finest, but one should choose from what is fit for you. It reminds me my own days, rather school days. So given the kind of perception that sciences stream had during my time, given the paucity of choices that were available to commerce and humanities, everyone who used to go for PCM with computer science stream, whether it was fit for that student or not, but everyone, most of the students were opting for that. Precisely because one reason was that PCM with computer science was a stream that diversified the choices in the career ahead. So that future prospect of science was science as a popular subject to choose from in 11th and 12th. Now, contemporary times is a kind of blessing in disguise as far as diversity of career options is concerned. So I don't think so the same stereotype is now carried away as far as commerce and humanities is concerned. Now students have more choices. That brings me, sir, to the question that what, according to you, are kind of broad career trends that are emerging with so many global and contemporary force at play, and where diversification of various fields have taken place in terms of study and academics is concerned?
Yeah, sure, Mayankji. Thank you so much. So let us recap what we discussed in 3Fs. So don't focus on fame and visibility, because these careers of skill and art can sometimes have a challenge, which is called Eiffel Tower syndrome. At the top, you will have the Dhonis or the Khans or the Virat Kohlis who are earning in billions, and the next billion don't even earn a million. Add it together. So it's very important to have careers which don't have very extreme polarization for excellence. Of course, even an excellent MBA, like someone may get a salary of 1,000 crore, but even a normal MBA would get a fair chance. So in your decision to choose careers, focus on careers where even if you are good, of course, we try to become great, like Martin Luther King said, but sometimes it's not possible for all of us to become great. So in the endeavor to be great, if we become good only, then also are we able to earn the money and everything. So think about fairness. Now here you will need the university to guide you, the professors to guide you. So which is where K.R Mangalam University, a great university like that, is a great center which provides you help. The second F is don't just rely on family advice. It's vital to have a family advice, but please remember the traditional careers are dying. And what a university like K.R Mangalam University could guide you is that the future careers of 2030s and 40s are probably still not born. So you need that guidance to decide. And that therefore talks about fitment, like Mayankji and I discussed. So get your psychometric testing done, take the counseling from K.R Mangalam University professor so that you get the guide on fitment. And once that has been done, the university will also guide you on which are the careers of future. So what a great university does it helps you in all the three, in finding your fitment, finding a fair career, and finding a futuristic career. And once you have done that, you can really then try to overcome the challenges of technology, automation, globalization, and hope to be the best of whatever you're aspiring to be. I always give the classical example of Japan, where in the late 90s, I was posted there as one of the members of the organization. Lot of careers were killed by technology and automation. So don't remain clueless. Use the 3 Fs, and under the guidance of right university, you can then move on. So now let me answer Mayankji's question number 3.
Sir, before
Yeah.
you go there, for the sake of students, I like to add one point over here. Dear students, in K.R Mangalam, what we do is right from the day you come for admission, we are there to help you select the profession you want to enter into. For example, when you come to admissions for us, we conduct a psychometric test on you. And we understand through that, Sir had mentioned about tester. Through that psychometric test, our admission team analyzes and helps you to understand your interest, inclinations, right? And which kind of course will fit you will be best, you are best for, you are made for. So right from the day you enter the university and you want to seek admission, what exactly we do is, the first thing we do is we conduct a psychometric test and we try to find out your aptitude, your inclination, your interest, and then guide you the options which are available. You can go for this stream or you can go for this stream. Of course, the choice is left to the student. It is more a counseling session based on his or her performance in the psychometric test. So, sir, over to you.
Brilliant, sir. You have just given a perfect perspective on the question number 2, that how K.R Mangalam is so beautifully trying to imbue the 3 Fs in your career counseling for the students. Thank you so much, respected Arora, sir. So now answering the question number 3, what are the trends emerging? So according to a very recent and popular research by PwC, a very respected audit and consulting firm, 4 broad career trends are emerging. So these 4 trends are classified as red industry, blue industry, green and yellow. What are these? Let me quickly explain that. So the red world is the world where small businesses are using technology to grow. So the emergence of various kind of technology tools are helping the youth who decide to take up small professions of their own. You want to be a coach, you want to be a counselor, a nutritionist, a dietitian, a gymnasium expert, a fashion makeup expert, a clothing expert, an advisor on various lifestyle patterns. Till now, you couldn't do this because of size, economies of scale, and overheads. But now, technology-based outsourcing is helping these companies grow. You could do everything on social media. You could do everything on app-based outsourcing of services. So the opportunity here is that you gain specialization in one specific thing, maybe content making, maybe client outreach, maybe marketing, finance, marketing research. So you become that expert. To give you a small example, I am today associated with about 500 universities. One person sitting in one room. Today, I am conducting this session out of Pune, where I had conducted some workshop for India's leading PSU. And this morning, I helped my father meet a doctor again based on technology. And here I am sitting in Pune and conducting this session for all you wonderful students. So using technology to grow your small business could be a great opportunity. You could be a social media content maker, a logistic solution provider, a telemarketer, a digital marketer, an algorithm and coding expert, artificial intelligence expert. Technology could offer you tremendous opportunity in the red world. The next comes, however, what is dearest to my heart. What I did during my 23 years career at Mitsubishi Group, Nippon Group, the blue world. So my beloved students, the blue world belongs to big global corporations, the Mitsubishis, Nippons, Amazons, Meta, Google, name them, Apple. So it is expected that their size is going to grow disproportionately. If the globe is going to grow at, let's say, 2 to 3%, these corporations are expected to grow in double digits. And these economies of scale will help them rule. So what happens over here is they are likely to recruit the best of the best. So they may go for an engineer from IITs or the top NITs, the MBAs from IIMs, high rank CAs, top doctors, top architects. So anyone who has a professional degree at the highest rank would have a great opportunity in the blue world, the giant global corporation universe. This, Mayankji, is the trend number 2. Let me quickly move to now trend number 3. Trend number 3, Mayankji, according to Pricewaterhouse, is emerging in the green world. Ethics, regulation, environment, global warming, public policy, mass communication. So what you're doing here is you are participating with global bodies, governments, state bodies at every level. Nowadays, Mayankji, every company needs to have employees who do their own environmental impact audit. So these kind of jobs will take role of all other usual functions to help a company, to help a policymaker, to help United Nations. So in the green world, you could contribute to the legal facets, the marketing facets, the negotiation facets, the mass communication facet. This is another vital trend, Mayankji, which is emerging. And finally, sir, the fourth one, which is called the conventional manufacturing or the yellow world. Here, Mayankji, basically the good companies will have a greater onus for worker self-actualization. So ethics, autonomy, flexibility, fulfillment, social set, so fair pay. So what is likely to happen is sectors like hospitality, aviation, where humans are as the key, or even, like I said, conventional manufacturing, Maruti, Honda, Toyota, Ford, TVS, JCB, Escorts, Holland, Taffet Tractor. Wherever human beings are still being used as a tool to produce, create value, is one area where in specialization, the opportunity could still exist. So I hope that answers your question number 3, Mayankji, that what are the likely trends to emerge, sir? I hand the forum back to Mayankji for question number 4, sir. Mayankji, Arora sir, are you there?
I'm there, but Mayank seems to have, there seems to be some internet issues.
Okay, so we have to discuss phase 4 now, sir. Should we proceed with that or should we wait for Mayankji?
Sorry, I was on mute and I thought that I'm continuing. So the main point is this, that you mentioned very clearly that there are 4 eminent zones emerging. It's so wonderful to understand that where I fit in, right? And where it is fair for me to go and what I'll do there. So very naturally, a lot of opportunities are emerging. And when they are emerging, you have mentioned also that you may contribute in this way or that way. But specifically, what are the future jobs like? What are the avenues, 6 great avenues, according to you?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So, sir, there have been various research and various great companies like Pearson and so many others have analyzed on this. So allow me to present a condensed mixture in maybe 3-4 minutes. So the first world which is going to boom and prosper is the computer or technology world, the IT world. So this will have jobs of vast plethora, and jobs could include programming, designing, coding, hardware, manufacturing, designing the concept, selling, research management. So my first sincere advice to students is that one of the great world which will have the highest growth is the computer or technology world. Of course, all the big giants here in India, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, or in hardware, Compaq, Apple, Samsung, Nokia. In gaming, Sony, Zero, Miyamoto, Nintendo, Ubisoft. Gaming world is ruled by Japan, sir. And then tech programs, Amazon, Netflix, Alphabet, FB, Tencent. So these are the kind of global giants. You simply cannot go wrong were you to choose this field, because this has been across the globe predicted to have the highest growth, irrespective of whatever else you compare with. So in a tech industry, you could take up various roles like a computer programmer, information security analyst, computer support specialist, programmer, a network specialist, a system admin. So anything, sir, which is to do with robotics, computer and automation, you are helping the world become automated. So you are riding the wave. You are not getting crushed by the wave. You are at the top, not at the trough. That is what happens when you are in tech. So I have also tried to do various research and find some packages, but they're only for reference. So big Amazon, Google is nowadays offering a package of 30 to 50 lakhs to some of the top engineers. But on an average, if you are a decent engineer or even a decent specific postgraduate diploma holder, your salary could be in the range of 8 to 10 to 12 lakhs. And as you grow, there is an opportunity to move beyond mere designing to client interaction, R&D, sales and marketing, and eventually senior management. People like Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella have chosen this path to grow. They grew predominantly because of brilliant technical skills to put engineering with commonsensical management. So this, Arora sir, is my first recommendation of a career which will happen. Now, what do you need to do to get over there today? So of course, first advice is get into highest possible engineering college that you can. And although good companies are welcoming across stream, but no doubt that computer, IT, electronics is the
Sir, the moment you said this thing that choose the best engineering college or institute, so K.R Mangalam is best in Delhi as far as the private universities are concerned. It ranks number 5 in the entire North India. Our engineering department is so wonderful that way.
God bless.
And for example, I like to say another thing. Sir, our highest package of last year engineering student was 24 lakhs per annum. And he was picked from the campus.
And sir, a few of our engineering students have actually gone out of the country as well to pursue higher studies with double free ship from those countries as well. And as Arora sir was saying, I was smiling because I was thinking that what if I can't get into IIT? I do need another option, right?
Yes, ma'am. Indeed. Very well said. I personally have been following the success stories of K.R Mangalam students over so many years now. So the great privilege which students get at K.R Mangalam University, which is not even provided at, I dare say, some of the IITs where I studied and I was involved, is the extent of personal mentoring. Like Arora sir said, the psychometric advisory, thereof guidance and mentorship by professors. And finally, a good, affectionate hand holding to see the ship off on the orbit of the space launch of the right career. That I think, Jyoti ma'am, is something which the university really has a very niche zone. So God bless K.R Mangalam University and God bless your students also. So this, I believe, is the first career. And the second one is the universal world of banks. This world where we talk about money is really mushrooming like anything. Very recent statement by some of the US and European Union central bankers is telling that there is a small risk of recession. Now, how big the recession maybe nobody knows, but the challenge is there.
Sir, one of the students has written a question in the question chat that you are not audible, sir. I don't know he means whom he is addressing to.
Okay.
Right? So, because three of us are over here, so I don't know what he means by, sir. Would you please specify, right, so that we are
Yes.
sure to take care of that we are audible.
Sure, sure. I'll also go a bit slow and a bit louder. So, my dear students, the great career number 2 of future is likely to be the banking world. With the risk of some amount of recession, money management will become very crucial. So merchant banker who makes deals, an investment banker who arrange funds, an auditor, a client relationship management who arrange funds from high net worth clients, a financial advisor, a fund manager. If you go in this field, again, you can't go wrong at all. Now, once you have decided this, what are the kind of your possible employers? All Indian banks, ICICI, Axis, HDFC, and plethora. The PSU banks, MNC banks, Citibank, Amex, Deutsche Bank, nationalized banks, various microfinance banks, AU Bank, FinCare, Equitas, Jana Bank. This is mushrooming. RBI has already announced its intention to issue more licenses. So this again is a golden field. Then there are hedge funds, which of course are specialized, but companies like JP Morgan, D. Shaw, Macquarie, Barclays. Insurance, NBFC, audit, all of these are fields you could do well if you do dabbling with the field of finance. Now for that, again, packages could vary drastically, so I'm not touching that, but depending on where you are from, the package could range from say 6 lakhs to 30 lakhs to even 40 lakhs. And the opportunities are, you could get a global role, you could rise to a functional head quite soon. And in my humble opinion, some of these like investment banking are among the highest paying professional careers, but that's just offbeat, a footnote. Now the question comes, what does an 11th and 12th class need to do today? So let us click. And I'm happy to tell you, irrespective of which field you are, you could have a chance to enter into this. So a commerce student could do a BMS, humanities could do a graduation course, a science student may take BE or whichever, and then add it up with MBA if possible. And then you are right there in the field. So it doesn't restrict you whether you are from humanities, commerce, or sciences is the good news. So this combination, of course, MBA plus CA is more potent. The only caveat here is for humanities students, the path is going to be then BBA and MBA. And then you could maybe do a specialized course, which can help you in that. So this was career number 2. Now let me move to career number 3. This is related to human health, medicine, health, research related to this, selling of all of healthcare, nursing, medical equipments, all of these. So here you could be an equipment researcher, a nanotech engineer, biotech, and almost all major companies, be it pharma majors, biotech, nanotech, equipment makers, Siemens, GE, Alstom, all of them could be your potential employers. Now, packages, of course, could vary, but you have various good colleges where you can try over there, and K.R Mangalam University figures right there at the top. So you could be heading a research function. You could be heading product development. You could be promoting and networking for your pharmaceutical product or for your machines that you have made. And at some stage, once you have become good enough at your specific product, you could become an entrepreneur. I have seen many students do that. So question is, what do you need to do today? So one path is engineering and medicine. So as an engineer, you may do nanotech engineering, biotech engineering, machine design engineering. As a medicine guy, you may do research oriented. And this could be a path where you later on may do PhD also. There are other options like you just want to be a healthcare nurse, which I'm going to talk about a bit later. So I will cover that in my question number 6 in a short while. Let me quickly run through this. Is the next era is digital new media, something which has emerged as a revolution. If you are creative, if you are technically skilled in terms of whatever subject you are, today influencers, referencers are making lakhs of rupees. I won't take the name because you all know there are many at social media like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. These influencers, by the sheer power of their reach, are doing great. So what you could probably be doing here is you could be a creative content maker. You could be a front-end presenter. You may do an investigative journalism. Some of the LinkedIn related analysts are again getting in millions. You could be a mass communication expert. You could be a public policy expert. Work with the NGOs in this new media world, because all of these are heavily and very, very heavily in demand. So new social media giants, LinkedIn, Facebook, Insta, YouTube would happily lap you up. Even conventional media will happily employ you, and international brands also. So if you go into mass communication, public policy, you simply cannot go wrong. Packages could vary drastically because this being a field of skill, a LinkedIn may pay you like 30 lakhs, but a smaller brand may pay you 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs. So packages could vary, but I want to encourage all the students not to focus too much on the package at the beginning. Now to do this, you may want to do some of the courses like bachelor's is mass comm, journalism, creative writing, presenting skills. And once again, my personal experience shows I can vouch that the department which trains you in these skills at K.R Mangalam University is one of the best, not only in North India, but in our country. So you want to grow a career in social media journalism, your place to go is K.R Mangalam University. So immediate action could be that you could take up humanities and then further build on to that. Now, career number 5. Here I have clubbed together many careers in one category called human resources, where your empathy, your communication, your marketing, your people connect are used. So counseling, selling, convincing, communicating, this is needed in every industry. So this is where you need the master key
So
of
teaching
communication skill.
also, teaching
Yes,
also.
sir, absolutely. Teaching, perfect. So
That is one profession which is not going to fade at all.
At all.
absolutely, absolutely, sir. Very well said. In fact, teaching is something which is to do with the word called empathy. And the world, Arora sir, would need a lot of empathy because numerous research has said as automation, digitization increases, you will need teachers who can eliminate the loneliness and the struggle. So beautifully said, sir. Thank you so much. God bless, sir.
Also, sir, if
So,
I may add, teaching of whatever profession we are talking about, whatever qualifications we are talking about, whatever career we are talking about, teaching forms the core foundation of everything. So teaching, I guess, would be for long will be an evergreen
Again,
career
Mayank,
option.
please keep the mic close to your mouth.
If I may repeat, whatever qualifications, whatever careers, whatever professional prospects that we are talking about, I think teaching forms the core principle, the core activity of every career. So as far as I am concerned, as far as my belief is concerned, teaching will be a profession that would be evergreen in times to come. So
thank you so much,
that is
Mayank,
what I
for your
wanted to
nice
say. Yeah.
observation.
And I'd like to add over here, the teaching is not confined to schools and your colleges or
Yes.
universities. Even in industry, you have, because you have to constantly upgrade your skills and all that. right? So in the industry also, they have experts specially recruited for the professional, enhancing the professional development of the their employees. So this is a very wide scope and all that. Usually we confine ourselves to university or schools, right? And then another thing which is very much emerging is, yesterday only I met one teacher. She was teaching in K.R Mangalam earlier. So I said, I happened to meet her in the market, and she said to me, sir, I have left KRM. मैंने कहा, क्या हुआ? What happened? Why did you? She said that I have now started a cloud school, and my reach is the globe.
Wow,
So,
wow.
right? And look at the skills she gathered, right? During 2 years of pandemic, when she was involved in online teaching. So she learned a lot, and now she is on to the cloud schools.
Brilliant, sir. Thank you so much. So yes, wonderfully said. Teaching, be it the EdTech era like Byju's, Unacademy, Whitehead Junior, or to become a teacher at illustrious universities like K.R Mangalam, is going to be one of the big future areas. So packages here could vary, but then depending on whichever stream you have taken, you could build on it and get the roles. Now, let me come to the last part before we move ahead. And this, I like to call it as lifestyle and entertainment. Well, as the world continues to grow and prosper, my dear students, lifestyle entertainment will have a very, very big role. So you just simply can't go wrong with it. You want to be into restaurants, hotels, be a chef, be an admin person, and logistics marketing. This is the field. You want to go into lifestyle, a designer, a brand manager, procurement and logistics. These are the things which are growing. So fortunately, luckily, to do this, you just need a good result, whereas stream is flexible. Depending on that, if you want to go into hotels, you may do a hotel management, a special skill-based diploma course for chef. But my fatherly advice to all wonderful students is what I told to my own daughter, Sana. So Sana is now doing her MBA from an institute. So wherever you are, do an MBA if possible. Of course, it's not needed in skill-based courses like chef, but later on as a chef, if you want to run your own hotel or on your own restaurant, nowadays, many great universities, including K.R Mangalam, are offering short-term diploma courses on management. So build on this portfolio, and future is all yours to enjoy. Now, packages again could vary, but depending on what college, you may get 10 to 20 lakhs, but a typical diploma, be careful, may start with a bit lower. So here is a word of caution for hospitality. So for example, hotels like ITC, Oberoi's or Taj, were you to join them as a hotel management employee, the starting salaries are on the lower side. But once again, my fatherly advice to everyone that do not get bogged down by the starting salaries. They are just a small indicator. So thank you so much. That answers question number 4, which Arora sir had kindly asked. And now we can move on to the next topic. Mayank ji, are you there, sir? The podium back to you, sir.
Please unmute yourself. Mayank, please unmute and keep the mic to your mouth, please.
Thank you so much, sir. You offered a very structured and graphical analysis of some unique careers of future and what careers may or may phase out in future. So that begs the question, the very basic question, that what all qualifications should our student pursue, and what are options are there in the conventional field of science, commerce, and humanities?
Sure. So first, let me take question 5, which is some interesting future jobs. It's almost about 11:55, so I'm going to just give a glimpse without going in detail. So, Mayank, there are some very unique names. Virtual store Sherpa. Now, this is a very beautiful concept where probably in future, instead of salesmen at the stores, you may have a virtual guide who's advising you, sitting somewhere else. in the comfort of work from home or wherever and guiding you. Personal data broker, someone who would probably be managing data, will be collecting data, compiling it, again, sitting some part of the universe you don't know, but managing. Personal memory curator, as humans may want to have greater memory power, a higher quality of life, there are likely to be curators who will probably give you virtual reality experiences. You wanted to go to Switzerland? Okay, you are sitting in your house at Rajouri Garden and you go to Switzerland. I am right now sitting at Pune at one of the reputed PSUs, but I want to, after a long 2-day training, I want to sort of think of Kullu Manali. They will curate memory for me. Very interesting career, sir. Things which are going to be the future. So there could be augmented reality journey builders, highway controllers. So the concept of traffic lights, a policeman saying, come, come, go, may just die. So you may have controller working from home and guiding. You are sitting in Delhi, but you're managing the traffic at Tiruchirappalli, Chennai, to ensure foolproof. But Mayankji, you'll be amazed to know, one of the popular careers, according to major US research, is body part maker. So you don't like your lips, you don't like your hands, you don't like your foot. Somebody will come, okay, sir, we'll probably change it for you. And of course, that's on a lighter note, but then also for those who are differently abled. So these are some of the new things which technology is now making possible. A nanomedic who will completely transfer healthcare by some ultra high efficacy medication. The GM world where your 1 acre farm is said, Mayankji, to produce what 1,000 acre cannot. No need for monsoon, no need for river-based irrigation. A 1 acre will produce what 1,000 acre does. And then Mayankji, a big field of EQ, empathy, and compassion, elderly wellness content. So the world is growing an older place. Aging is happening, irrespective of whichever country. People above 80, people above 90 will increase. So wellness consultants will shoot, not just for elderly, but also across the age bracket. Then Mayankji, there could be people who could plant chip in your brain. There could be science ethicists who monitor the flow, who will probably audit companies. So Mayankji, if you would have seen Terminator 1 or Terminator 2, they were very, very old movies. Science, if allowed to flow freely, can sometimes be a dangerous weapon. So it is said that regulatory bodies will employ ethicists who will control. And finally, space pilots, tour guides. So like Elon Musk says, I'll shoot you to the space and you can come back tomorrow after a trip to moon. So this is another area which is catching up. A Vistara pilot may get a salary of, I don't know, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, but a space pilot would get a salary of 50 lakh, 60 lakhs, or even a crore. So the point here is, these are some of the careers, Mayankji, which haven't been heard of. But before I end and go back to question number 6, Mayankji, there are 3 kinds of threats I like to tell my beloved students. Numerous research have shown what was demonstrated by Rajni Chitti Robert. So technology will kill a lot of jobs, industries will die, and regulation could kill some of the industries also. Therefore, as we are coming towards the second half or towards the last 20% of our webinar, I want students to join great universities such as K.R Mangalam University, because they will guide you which industry is dying, which is where regulations are unfavorable, which country to work. Small example here, Mayankji. One of the research which I did with the leading corporate body of India says that 3 possible sectors which could be in risk is auditor. Why? Because computer will do an audit.
Exactly.
Analyst who does calculations, it's possible that computer may do analysis. And simple process design. So while there is going to be great growth for technology, Mayankji, there is also going to be a demise. So that is where universities will play a very great role. That answers question number 5, sir.
Yeah. So you offer a very, sir, interesting analysis. So, and you also offered a very informed advice to students to keep their eyes and ears open that where automation is taking place. What all sectors in which automation is taking place at a very great space can be avoided. That was a very informational advice by you, sir. That begs the basic question that we are talking about quite fancy careers of future, but how to start from the basic? So my question would be to you is what qualification should our student pursue, and what are options are there after science, commerce, and arts? How to go about it to opt for
Thank
careers
you.
of future?
Thank you so much, Mayank. So let me take example quickly, starting with PCM. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So, Arora sir, may I confirm is audible? Jyoti ma'am, am I audible? Mayank ji, am I
So
audible?
you're audible. You're audible.
Audible, sir. Audible.
Yes, sir, very much audible.
Sir, I guess now you are not.
We lost you. So there seems to be some technical glitches. Now, here is.
So, my dear students, as a student of non-medical, the reality of the world is, even today, your greatest option lies with engineering. Now, engineering could be multitude of engineering. So I have tried to investigate various websites, and being the privilege of being at Pune comfortably, I spent the whole night trying to conjure these up. So there are various kinds. What is catching up is the green world, agriculture, physics, fishery, environment, earth science. So out of this whole plethora, I encourage the PCM students to choose the jobs and diverse industries. And therefore, keeping that thought in mind, the areas are artificial intelligence, and within engineering, I would like to suggest you cannot go wrong with computers. That's my statement number one. You cannot go wrong with electronics. You cannot go wrong with electrical and electronics. And then there onward, the next bracket is mechanical, civil. And this is where you are in the mainstream. If you won't get a job at a Toyota, you'll get at a Ford. If you won't get a Ford, you'll get at Amazon. You won't get at Amazon, you would want to get at a Google. While we want to become the best like Martin Luther King, we also want to ensure if we fail to become the best, still there is a huge number of jobs to fall back upon. So that is my advice. And of course, in the green world, you have various other options to choose. So this is the mapping I made this morning for the wonderful students of non-medical. Now, let's talk about commerce students who typically have an accounts, eco, BST pattern. So account students again have huge options. However, from my life experience, my advice starts on these three careers, not from the past, but from the future. There is an unimaginable explosion in insurance. So actuarial sciences are booming like anything, and they are offering salaries which are now running into tens of lakhs. So if you do a good actuarial science course, you could really gain. Of course, the golden path for a commerce student is business administration and then chartered accountancy. And of course, banking related specialization courses are also there for you. However, my ideal recommendation is these two: actuarial, business administration, then followed by chartered accountancy. So all of the careers are good. But like Arora sir said, when you join K.R Mangalam University, get your psychometric done. And then under the able guidance of K.R Mangalam professor, choose the right career which fits you. I'm talking about future because I don't know each of you individually. So I can give you a generic advice right now. For individual guidance, please go to K.R Mangalam University and seek the advice of the great legendary professors and the systems. Now, very quickly, humanities. So if you are a humanities student, today you have options which are almost infinite. Communication, archaeology, art, curation, school counselor, teacher, monuments, museology, rehabilitation, social work, a BA, mass comm, journalism, psychology, child health care, nursing. These are various careers which probably you could be taking. But it's not all. There are some mixed streams. Like Arora sir and Mayank sir said previously, school counseling, teaching, mass comm, journalism are the future. So of course, when you go to K.R Mangalam University, do your psychometric, but my universal advice goes on school teacher counselor, mass comm, journalism, psychology, specifically for kids. Now, medical students. I'm not going to spend much time because, well, good or bad, the reality of the universe is every medical wants to do MBBS, or most of you. So no doubt, MBBS, MD, DM, this is the universe. But please permit me to go beyond that. So there are infinite careers beyond being a doctor, a vet, a wildlife, Ayurveda, zoology, dental, homeo, natural, pharmacy, nursing, anthropology, physiotherapy, rehabilitation, speech language, hospital management, Unani. So what are catching up nowadays is pharmacy and homeopathy. They're catching up big time. Pharmacy because great groups like Tata and so many other are entering into it. Homeo because there is an aversion to take allopathic medicine which has great side effects. Dental is catching up. Dental surgery to look more beautiful is the vogue and probably the most paid profession. Physiotherapy is catching up because with more active life, we have problems. Vet. A vet is a hot stream. In Japan, every family has 1 or 2 pets. In India, that ratio is even today less than 0.1. So just imagine if in India, every family ends up having a pet and the trend is catching up. And nursing. So like Arora sir and me discussed about the need of nursing for elderly and the senior citizen, it's another area you could really.
Sir, in
Now,
India, we have a different kind of pet, especially in villages. You have basically animals which are the key in the village economy.
Livestock.
So the livestock plays a major role over there. So vet is a very important thing. And to the knowledge of my students, I like to add that India is the first country which has introduced the corona vaccine for the animals. All right. And India is thinking very seriously of producing another vaccine, which is a major disease among the animals where their mouths go. There are mouth issues there, you know. So pharmacy, where you produce the drugs and all that, right? And the application part. And by the way, as far as the livestock population is concerned, India ranks second in the world, right? And as far as the milk production is concerned, I think we are 5th or 4th, something like that. Recently, Mr. Modi announced this, right? In the International Dairy Conference, which we had in Noida. Right?
That's great, sir. That's great. Thank you for your kind information here. And finally, mixed courses. Fearlessly, irrespective of whichever stream you have done, you can take law, advertisement, mass comm, public relation, art, choreography, direction, film, vocal, visual arts, event management, hotel management, tourism, insurance, corporate, foreign language. In fact, yesterday night at Pune, I spent almost 10 hours and I simply couldn't end with this. The slide will finish, but the careers which are present are practically infinite. So, but of course, some of them are going to be more profitable so long as they are fit to for you. So, law, tourism and travel, hotel management, foreign language, nutrition, interior design, B.Ed for teaching, like Mayank sir, Arora sir was saying, fine arts. These are my personal advisors. And graphic design also as a possible career, because this is going to be the future. So I believe as I wrap up question number 6, which Mayank sir had asked, I'd like to conclude by saying that irrespective of whichever stream you have taken, the career options are today running into practically like numerous. So the crucial thing is, number one, like Martin Luther King said, be the best of whatever you aspire to be. And number two, like Arora sir said, take that psychometric guidance and choose something which is fitting. And the 3 F's, fitting, futuristic, and fair chance. All right, Mayank sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for addressing this core question and offering your astute professional advice on developing certain skill set as far as future career options are concerned. Now, apart from developing this technical niche, what would you advise as an edge as far as universal skills should be developed besides technical qualifications in order to boost one's career prospect? What's your take on that?
Thank you so much, Mayank ji. I think you have asked a very beautiful question at the end of the webinar. So, as I said earlier, technology, automation are the big threats. So corporates have a mission to recruit the best. Now, best would mean that in the times to come, communication skills, people management skills, and initiative will become very crucial. So Mayank ji, to answer your question, sir, communication and people management skill will suddenly become very important. Good or bad, 70 like a rocket and the quadrilateral of inefficiency, which is dying. So how do you fly with the rocket? For that, there is this important slide, Mayank ji. So Mayank ji, when I was a director at Mitsubishi way back in 2018, there came a rule that we have to reduce the company strength. And the company announced some victors.
Can you please repeat? Because I think your voice is cracking.
The skills are the skills.
Sir, in the last 3 slides, we were losing your voice.
Creativity.
So we will love that if you repeat these last three, because they're very crucial. There seems to be some technical issues, right? Now, before Sir joins in, right? See, one important aspect is that I may be a very good engineer. Sir has joined. So, but nobody wants to work with me. I cannot.
Sir, is my PPT visible?
Yeah, PPT is visible, sir.
Okay.
We lost your voice in this section, so we would love you to repeat this section, please.
Okay, sure, happy to do that. So to answer Mayank ji's question, I like to say a small example from and the company and the other jobs may go.
Sir, again, we are losing you. I'll request you to close your
visualization, creativity, oration. And the most important was communication. So using that principle,
well, there seem to be some technical glitches, right? One point which I was mentioning was that you may be an excellent engineer, or you may be a very good medical professional. But suppose you don't know how to work with others. You can't think of from the future point of view. You're not a good visualizer. That means you lack the basic soft skills, right? So in fact, there is a lot of emphasis on 21st century skills now. They talk of 4 C's basically. And in that, the biggest first one is communication. You are able to communicate yourself very clearly to others, especially in the digital world. You are sitting somewhere, right? And you are managing your team who are working under different cultures, different time zones and all that. So you have to have that kind of empathy. You should know how to go about, right? So here comes Sarah's joined back. So before I finish, before I wrap up what I was saying, you really require these kinds of skills if you have to succeed. Even if you may have wonderful technical skills, if you lack empathy, if you cannot communicate well, if you cannot visualize, if you cannot think of innovative solutions, you are handicapped, right? So now over to Gagan sir, he's here.
The point that I would like to conclude with is life for soft skills, as Mayank sir asked, can be seen as something which is called a bank locker rule. So as I end my presentation, all students need to focus on Mayank ji's question and try to build a winning edge persona, which means your communication skills and leadership skills. Now, when we talk about soft skills, the master key, which Mayank ji spoke about, they are basically communication skills. Can you stand on a stage and address people? Can you have formal interviews, group discussions with a touch of elegance? Are you creative, irrespective of whichever field? Can you quickly generate content? Can you speak extempore? Do you have versatile leadership skills? Are you a people's person? Can you be inclusive and compassionate? Can you deal wonderfully with people around you? Are you tactful? Can you influence without authority?
I would love the term be diplomatic instead of tactful, right?
Yes.
We do apologize, sir, and all that. That is what exactly is soft skill all about.
That's true, sir. That's true. Actually, sir, this slide was a feedback of a big survey by India software industry with 22,000 customers of USA, UK, and European Union. So these people came up with the feedback, and these 6 qualities were found at the missing points, sir. That while Indian students are 10 on 10 when it comes to engineering, 10 on 10 when it comes to technical, but like Mayank ji said, these master keys are missing. Communication, creativity, leadership, diplomacy, collaboration, and overall effectiveness because of this. So as I conclude this webinar and answering this last question, number 7, which Mayank ji had asked, my message to all the students is, while you work on your marks, CGPA, and become a great engineer, get MBA, or a great teacher, please continue to work on universities, communication, creativity, leadership, diplomacy, collaboration to be overall effective. So with that, I end my presentation, and over to you, please.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. I wouldn't shy away to say that you have spoiled students with the choices that you have given them in terms of career choices. You have offered them plethora of career options. But even then, I will push you at the end of the webinar to pick your own favorite top 5 or top 4 career options that you would want a student to pursue.
Okay, so Mayankji, with the caveat that this is only a fatherly advice based on what I am advising
Certainly.
to my family members. So all beloved K.R Mangalam students, here is Gagan sir's fatherly advice, and please take it with the context of what Arora sir said in the beginning, psychometric and the 3 Fs. So as I end, my last slide is here. If you are a commerce students, then Gagan sir's advice is do a BMS and MBA, or maybe do a MBA and then build it on with law and CA. If you do that,
Sir, we are losing your voice. Maybe you can close your video.
this is the yeah. So second part is non-medical students, computer engineering and coding. And after work as a coder for 2-3.
So your voice is breaking. Can you please?
We lost his. Sir, we are losing your voice. Okay. So I think he's rejoining. Sir, kindly unmute yourself.
Yeah, there has been a torrential rain over here, which is creating torrent. So let me go back to the carrier number 2. So the
so is in Delhi, sir. So is in Delhi. In Gurgaon also. It's raining very badly.
Very bad. So that is, well, let's live with the logistics. So my first advice is BMS plus MBA for commerce students. Like Mayankji asked, so I'm sharing. My second advice to non-medical students is go for computer if possible, or electronics or highest, and follow it with MTech and MBA. My third advice, which is for medical students, is centered around the need to become a biotech researcher. Here I am taking a different path. Of course, if you want to do MBBS, please go ahead. That's your call. But new age surgery techniques are the future. And take up new age, and please be a biotech specialist who can really leverage body parts, beautification, disease curation, the kind of prospects which are there in laser surgery and the future biotech surgery are going to be out of the world. Of course, a conventional doctor is also going to benefit. So the point here is all the streams, heart, brain, urology, will have this specific surgery option. But these are the ones who will be at the crest of the wave. Try to be at the crest of the wave. And finally, for humanity students, the profession which is dearest to my heart, digital media plus journalism, which would also include new age technology. Today, some of my batchmates from IIM Ahmedabad are full-time into new age media. So the kind of careers which LinkedIn is offering, one of my friends who worked for Deutsche Bank is now living in London, and he runs a company, and the company is basically doing most of their business by giving advisory content on LinkedIn. So do not get an impression that most of these channels are just for fun, like XYZ key wines, ABC ke jokes. Of course, that jocular in the world of wine is there, but highly intellectual MBAs are today using digital media, journalism, new age social media to capture the thoughts of the universe. So Mayankji, that ends my part, sir. These are my 4 fatherly advices: to do a BMS plus MBA, computer plus MBA, nanotech, new age surgery technology, digital media, journalism.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much,
much,
sir,
sir. Hand over
for
back to you.
those valuable set of crisp advices that was offered by Gagan sir. And it is indeed a very comprehensive and holistic analysis and overview of what students can pursue in their 10th, 11th, and 12th, and how they can decide their future course of action. Definitely, this webinar would be a blessing in disguise for those students who are still pursuing their school education, and if they are kind of a bit confused or contemplating upon their future career option. Also, this webinar provided a very elaborate analysis and information about the future career options that even like most of us, or rather all of us, haven't heard of yet. But yeah, since the society is evolving, our environment is evolving, and so does future career opportunities are evolving. So we need to be active as far as our sense organs are concerned in deciding our future as well. In conjunction to this webinar actually told us what to do and how to do. Now, in conjunction to this presentation, this elaborate presentation by Gagan sir, I think Ashok Arora sir would be a complete conclusion to this webinar, where he will be addressing where to do these courses from. So where part of the question would be dealt by Ashok Arora sir, as he will be telling us about K.R Mangalam University.
Thank you so much. I would appreciate if you could start the PPT, please, of the university. And before you start the PPT, my special thanks to Mr. Gagan. And, I had been meeting many counselors, school counselors or university counselors, and usual rot is that this is it, ta, you can go for this, you can go for this and all that. That is only confined to what is the present scenario and all that. I would like to especially thank Mr. Gagan that he not only took care of the present scenario, whatever is existing, but took us to the future as well. Like what kind of jobs would be there? What are the jobs which can go extend, right? And the most important part was this, that even if you are fit for future, from the point of view of technology or skills, most important aspect are the human skills or the soft skills, which he emphasized in the last. So thank you so much. Now we go to the next slideshow. I request Mr. Mayank to start. So Mr. Gagan has to close this.
To stop share his screen.
Okay,
so that
sure,
I
I'll
can
do
share my
that.
screen.
Mayank sir, now you should be able to. Yeah,
Yeah.
We can see the PPT.
Yeah. Jyoti, you want to do the job? You want to make the presentation? You are here.
Sure, sir. I haven't done it in quite some time now.
Yeah. So it will be good.
Yeah. All right.
I will definitely
Okay.
pitch in
Hi, good
wherever I
afternoon,
feel
everyone.
like. Give me the liberty
Absolutely,
to pitch in. Yeah.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. So thank you so much to Gagan sir first for such an amazing session, and of course Mayank sir for helping out.
Before we go further, there is Jia Suri who has raised her hand. Jia,
All
yes,
right.
what do you want to say? Please write it on the chat. Jia?
Yeah, Jia has raised her hand.
Maybe I don't know whether it was mistake or something
So
else.
could be a network issue again, because there's a lot of rain in Gurgaon today. So could be because of that as
Delhi
well.
Delhi also, same scenario.
Yeah. All right, so now let's continue with the university presentation. A very good afternoon from the beautiful campus of K.R Mangalam University. Today we are having beautiful rains around us, and the sky is very blue. The water is very clean, and Mayank sir and Arora sir are joining us from the campus today. So the one reason why we speak about our university so beautifully, so happily, and so highly is because of the motto that we have: empowering the youth, empowering the nation, which is very, very true. We take care of our students in a manner that we make sure that they have great futures with us whenever they study with us. And by the time they graduate, most of them have the careers of the choices that they're looking at. So now let's go ahead with the slides and see what all do we provide to our students. Mayank sir, if you could turn to page 2, please.
It's already there.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. All right. So actually, the number of students have grown quite a while. In the last admissions, we have reached around 4,500 students on campus. We have 12 schools. We have around 200 faculties available now, and our campus is huge. It's 26 acres of huge campus. It's beautiful. It's green. It's right on the highway, and it is very easy to reach over here. In the next slide, I will take you through all the schools that we have and all the programs that we do with the different schools. If we look at the courses offered, the number one that we have is School of Engineering and Technology. That is where Gagan sir had started, and that is where Dr. Arora had pointed out very nicely that we provide the best of placements in Delhi NCR, in specifically School of Engineering and Technology. We're very, very proud of our school. So we provide a Bachelor of Technology. We have a Bachelor of Technology in CSE with AI and ML as well. We have a BTech in animation department as well. We have a BCA, we have BSc available as well. We also have MTech, we also have MTech part-time for people who are working currently and who want to study along with that as well. And of course, the famous MCA program is also available with us. Moving on, we have a School of Management and Commerce, one of our largest schools again. The school holds a lot of classes for different students who are willing to pursue their career in any kind of business, could be Indian, could be international. So we have a BBA in HR, marketing, finance. We have a BBA with IBM, which provides you with the internship and placement support, of course. We also have a full-time MBA program. We also have a part-time MBA program for people who are working. We have a BCom program as well. And we also have a BCom honors program. And of course, an MCom honors program as well. Moving on to our School of Basic and Applied Sciences, we have a BSc in the basic subjects, that is physics, chemistry, maths, animation, civil sciences. And then we also have an MSc program. We also have MSc program in part-time basis as well for people who are working and who would rather want to pursue their studies along with their jobs. Moving on to our School of Education. In this, we have the B.Ed, the basic B.Ed program, the B.Ed program, and the MA education program as well. One of our highlighted schools is again education. We provide with the best of placements over here as well. Most of our students get placed in the schools of their choices if they pursue education program with us. And very proud to say that most of our students are also able to clear the CTET exam that is required for government teaching jobs as well. Moving on to our School of Architecture and Design. So we have a Bachelor of Architecture, we have a Bachelor of Interior Design, we have a BSc Honors in Interior Design, we have a Bachelor of Design department as well, and we also have the BA program in Fashion Design. Moving on to Journalism and Mass Communication, we have a bachelor's and a master's in that as well. And to Legal Studies, one of our largest schools again. So we have a BBA LLB honors program, we have BCom LLB honors program, we have the LLB program, we also have the LLM program for people who want to pursue a master's in law as well. Moving on to our humanities school, one of our big schools again, because we have a lot of programs that we have here. We have a BA in English, we have a BA in economics, we have a BA in digital humanities, a BA in psychology, a BA in Chinese, and one thing which is not written over here, in political science from the school where Mayank sir is joining us. He and Ms. Rishija, who has done a webinar with us in the last few days as well, both of them run our School of Political Science, the new, comparatively new school, but very highly raised again. And then we have the Medical and Allied Sciences School. In that, we have a few programs again. We have B Pharma, M Pharma, D Pharma, BPT, BSc Honors in Dialysis Technology, BSc Honors in Medical Sciences, and academic support is available over here as well. Then we have the School of Hotel Management and Catering Technology. In that, we have the Bachelor's of Hotel Management and Catering Technology as a program, as a main program. Agricultural Sciences School has a BSc available. And of course, very proud to say that we have a doctoral program for all of the areas that a student may be interested in. Today onwards, actually the PhD classes have started, and we have around 60 students enrolled in that as well. Moving on to our industry collaborations.
These are only,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can we have the previous slide? Now, you might be wondering over here, and I want you to just recollect what Dr. Singh said, right? That apart from this, you need this, apart from the regular degree, you need this, right? So as a futuristic university, we have ensured that you need not worry about those points, and we make you industry ready right from the day one itself. Now, how are we making you industry ready is we have entered into collaboration with more than 100 organizations and industries for your benefit. And what do we do exactly in under these collaborations? So the academia and the industry experts sit together, and they are constantly evolving new curriculums. So every year our curriculum is updated as per the need of the industry. So one is, of course, you update your curriculum, there are so many papers. Second is this, who is going to teach this curriculum papers? And thirdly, the kind of pedagogy you require to deliver this. That is very, very crucial. So apart from our academic faculty, 150 members, as Dr. Jyoti referred, we have experts from the industry who come in the campus and who teach those papers. Now, when they are teaching those papers, there are very specific features attached to those papers, right? The features are like this, that they give you credits. For example, if you are, suppose, pursuing BTech in mechanical engineering, we have automotive design specialization. If you are pursuing that, then we have collaboration with Siemens, and we know Siemens is one organization which is pioneering the electrical vehicles, right? So they have their own softwares, they have their own labs, virtual as well as real, right? And of course, the industry is there. So what we do is we ensure our experts from the industry would ensure that you have an exposure to these softwares developed with them, which are their prototypes. Okay. Nobody else has the right on it because these are their patented softwares. So they have a right, our students have a right to have an access to our students have a right to work with them. Now, for example, our student has developed something like, I want to have this kind of vehicle is in my mind. Now, whatever is the idea, that can be tested under simulated situations with the help of these softwares. So when you are doing this, you understand, no, here I need to correct, this is not right, or this will work, this won't work, and all. Such kind of exposure is not possible somewhere else without the collaboration of industry. Second thing is this, like for example, in our BTech CSC, we have collaboration with IBM. So IBM and Siemens and other organizations with which we have collaboration, like Zebia and all, they are actually, they have an international presence. So when you earn a credit from IBM, say you are able to qualify one paper, all right, then this credit is recognized all over the world. So as an engineer, to your credit, you have so many credits earned out of from IBM courses. And those courses are recognized by industry all over the world. So you are the sought after candidate, not in India, but abroad as well. Now, sir was talking about, like for commerce students particularly, that they need investment banking, relationship manager. Banking is like one career, which is going to be the future career also. So we are taking care of you right from the day one itself. You join our BCom Honors, and we have the collaboration with National Stock Exchange Academy. I'm not saying National Stock Exchange. There is National Stock Exchange Academy, a subsidiary of National Stock Exchange India. Now, this academy conducts, we have actually developed our own curriculum with this, and we are the only university in North India which has a collaboration with National Stock Exchange Academy. They give you how to be an investment manager, how to be a relationship manager, how to manage the stocks, or how to do investments and all that. So we are giving you those options right from the very beginning itself, right? Now, as you see, we have, BBA courses. Sir has mentioned about that. Now, what is so special about our BBA courses is this, that we have linked these courses with business intelligence and analytics. And here we have done it with the academic support of Symmetrics, an organization started by alumni of IIM itself, right? And so what we do over here is we are rightly training you right from the very beginning how to do the data analysis, how to apply it, etc. So this is what exactly makes our things different and makes us future oriented or future ready. So whatever Mr. Gagan talked, that this is what should be done along with this, and this way these careers open before you, we are ensuring our students have opening to the future careers, right, and are ready for the industry from the day one. Now, if you see, we are a multidisciplinary university. So we have all the courses sir has referred. We have journalism, mass communication, we have medical, and our School of Pharma is a much sought after school in North India. We are a pioneer in a way. So what we have over here is in the multidisciplinary, we give you options. We give you options to create your own course. Now, new education policy is talking now of creating your own courses, like you may join, want to join, say, BA Honors Political Science and all that. But you have interest in photography also. So we give you an opportunity to learn photography. We give you an opportunity. Suppose you want to have an understanding of law also. So every year you have an option to choose one extra paper out of these courses which are available for to you. So you can go for law, you can go for education, you can go for any artificial intelligence, you can go for a paper on entrepreneurship. That choice is open to you. So as a multidisciplinary university, what we give you is technical know-how, right? We give you a chance to pursue your interest, whatever you have. Simultaneously, we ensure that the core which you have chosen is taken care of. Now, sir was talking about very clearly that the skills, and after the skills, what is really needed is soft skills and all that. So how do we take care of the soft skills? Maybe Jyoti ma'am would touch upon it later.
Yes, sir. So as you're talking about the soft skills, sir, we have a lot of vocational courses. We have the MOOC courses, which are from Swayam portal, and we have a lot of open elective courses as well, in which we do talk about soft skills quite a lot. We have business communication, we have taking care of soft skills, we have soft skills to talk with the customer. We have different kind of courses that we run throughout the university, which the students is not made a compulsion to join, but they can as and whichever school they like, and whatever timings they like, they can also pick and choose those as per their availability of sessions. Now, may I
Jyoti ma'am,
request?
I
Yes.
like to at your school itself, hotel industry, hotel management
Yes, sir.
course. So
Yes, sir.
you see, as far as soft skills are concerned, suppose you are interested in education, right? So we have a special thing over there
Yes, sir.
also. You can join
Yeah, yeah.
us that paper and all that. So, and then we have an option of various, societies and clubs who
Yes,
are
sir. We will come to those
specifically
in the coming
designed.
slides, sir. We will
Yeah,
come to those in the coming slides.
please, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mayank, sir, if you could take us to the next one. So the industry collaboration has been spoken about, Dr. Arora, in detail. These industry collaborations, as sir was telling us, helps us to have international degrees. And of course, the confirmation of internships, a pre-placement offer is also given to you. And the beauty of our universities, we have industry collabs in almost all of the schools and all of the departments. So if you want, you can choose that as well for your career option. So please, next slide. Thank you, sir. This is one of our gems, the e-Answer Robotics Lab. It has been opened in the university in collaboration with IIT Mumbai. And we have a lot of professors who come over here from IITs who take these classes to explain to the students what else is happening in the world, apart from the regular studies of engineering as well. But you see, AI has been on the rise, ML has been on the rise, and of course, computer sciences has been on the rise from quite some time now. So these professors come over here, they take those classes and they take our students through these labs to make sure that they understand the practical version of the studies as well, not just the theory, not just the bookish things that we always keep on talking about in regular universities. We try and be a little more innovative with everything that we teach. Moving on to the next slide now. These are our distinguished professors. If you look at the names, these are very famous professors from across the world. They have quite a few degrees to their names as well, and they work with international universities as well, of course. So requesting you to move ahead, please. Thank you, sir. This is one of our smart ashrams that we were just talking about, the innovation that we do in our university. So we do not just have the smart ashram over here, we also have a smart dhaba available in the university. The students who want to learn and understand the concept of entrepreneurship in detail. So we do a lot of different things around on those concepts. So moving on, please. Life beyond academics, this is what Dr. Arora was just talking about. So we have a lot of clubs and societies that the students can join and have their time of their lives. They can do whatever they want to, apart from just studying and going through the regular basis of life. So they can go to our clubs and societies. They can play different sports over here. We just had a movie marathon yesterday. This was done by School of Humanities, and the students went to the room. They watched the movie for 2.5 hours, had a question answer round on the same as well. That was also part of our clubs and societies area. We also have the mentor-mentee program, which is done in detail. Every week, we have at least 2 sessions with our mentees. All of the faculty members are given mentees. The students can speak to them about anything that they're facing as an issue in their personal lives, in their professional lives, according to their studies, or whatever can they choose in their future. So, they can have a heart-to-heart chat with their faculty members to understand what is this life in my university, how can I conquer the fears that I'm facing and I'm going through. And the beauty of these mentor-mentee programs is they are kept a secret. They will not be shared with anyone. So whatever issues you are facing, they will stay only and only with your mentor. And of course, solutions will be given to you as well. We also have a huge school of psychology, Department of Psychology, and our faculty members from the psychology department, they help our students in case if they want to speak to a psychologist as well. So we have those in the house itself. Moving on, sir.
So like psycho department is a particular interest to me.
Yes, sir.
Right. you see, as you see, our departments are constantly adding value-added courses, right? So psycho department has just added one course, happiness, how to be happy, right? And what all it involves, right? Where you can develop. And then another is on mental health and wellness. So what we are doing is, apart from the regular things, every school is doing so many things which are unheard of and never mentioned in other universities, right? So we are constantly working, we are constantly evolving new courses, and we are ensuring our students are definitely ready to face any kind of challenge in their life. Next.
So, and looking at the international exposure now, these are just a few of the names that we have mentioned over here. We have a lot more collaborations in comparison. So University of Florida, University of Houston, Melbourne University, Middlesex University. These are a few of the very famous universities that are in the world. And we have collaborations with them. Our students go there. We do a lot of student exchange programs as well. We do faculty exchange programs as well. The students can go there, have the exposure, study there, and understand the differentiation in the studies, the differentiation in work culture, and of course, they can also have a future there if they want. Moving on to the next slide, sir. Thank you so much, Mayank, sir. So this is what every student waits for when we talk about a university. This is what attracts to them the maximum, that what am I going to get if I go there? If I graduate from there, what is that I can look at as a package? So highest package offered was 24 lakhs per annum, which has already been spoken by Dr. Arora in the starting of the PPT itself. We had more than 400 plus recruiters that had come to the campus. In fact, most of our students do get placed. Hence, our placement is around 90% and above. And we have a lot of recruiters from the Delhi NCR area, from the country itself, that come over here and recruit our students. We prefer to do campus drives instead of just sending our students out for placement. So they come over here, they meet our students here, interview them here, and then the PPOs or the placement offers are given to them right in hand at the university itself. So requesting to go to the next slide.
There might be a question
Yes,
coming in the mind of the students, that why the placement is up to 90% only, right?
So the major reason is these 10%. Yeah, please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
So, these 10% are basically, we have a entrepreneurship cell in the university itself, right? We teach all about entrepreneurship. And we have an incubation center also. So we invite the investors also, if an idea of a student is very good. So right from the university days itself, you can start your own business. You are learning and you are starting your own business and learning and improving your learning, right? So these 10%ers are basically those who run their own enterprises, right? And instead of being a job seeker, they are the ones who provide jobs to others. And if you see the B category job or the red jobs, which Dr. Gagandeep talked about, is fall under this category only, small things, emerging, and they are working and so on and so forth. So he had actually drawn a graphic where he showed very clearly you can work in this area or this area. So many areas, like, for example, you say only in communications, only in guidance, only. So that way you can select your own area, or a production of a small part of a big thing, This is what our students are doing. And we are very happy. In fact, I don't know why this slide is not there. We always show that student who has given us a good name in the field of entrepreneurship itself, because he's running
yes, good, it's Mohammed Yusuf. He actually did come to the university at the time of orientation as well, sir. He met most of our students. He explained to them what is it all about. How did he become an entrepreneur while he was already in the university? He also told a story that how the university was a huge help to him while he was pursuing his BBA, how they helped him go through with the exams and everything, and how he was also helped with the amount that he was looking for from the university alumni section as well, and how he went through with all of this with his faculty members, and he felt like he would fail, but he not just passed in the exams, he also became a successful entrepreneur. He will be opening his third business very, very soon in the next couple of months. He will be launching that.
Very good. Thank you so much. Okay. So now we can go further.
Thank you, sir. And if we look at the placements again, we have a lot of companies that come to the campus. They pick and choose the students.
The slide is different. The slide is
one
about
of
the
our
stages
students,
of admission.
yeah, that's okay. So that's okay. I remember the names. I can still go through it. If you know, we have a lot of exception students as well. Some of them do get 2 to 3 or even 5 offers up to the mark. Some of the students prefer to go into entrepreneurship to open up their own businesses. Some of them also want to pursue higher studies. We have a lot of our students who convert into higher studies over here directly, or if they want to go out of the country, they choose our industry collaborations, our university collaborations, and they go out of the country as well. Now, if you look at the stages of admission process, it's pretty simple. So you meet with the admission officer, you fill up the application form, you register, and then you appear for the admission test. The admission test has already taken place. So if you are applying now, the result from that admission test will be taken up ahead. You pay the fees and you appear in 2 different personal interviews, actually, not just one with the recruiter of the university. The other one will be with the dean of the school that you are interested in. They look at the student, they advise what the students should go ahead with, and if the student is fit for us, or if we are a good fit for them or not. And then finally the student is given the results and they pay the fees, and that is your major admission process. It's pretty simple, very, very easy to understand as well. And if we look at the fee structure, the beauty of our fee structure is, if you want to compare it with the universities around us in Gurgaon, Faridabad, other parts of Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, Delhi as well, we actually charge the least in comparison to other private universities. And if you come to the university, you will see a beautiful, huge campus. A number of labs are available here. Best of faculty is available here. Best of services are also given to the students. So we don't compromise on anything. And in fact, even after all of that, we charge a lot less in comparison to the other universities around us. Mayank sir, if we have another slide, requesting you to go ahead. And we also have scholarships. So we have a scholarship for the UG students. We have scholarships for students who have above 90% marks. They're also given direct admissions with us. If you're from defense forces, you get 15% defense personnel discount as well. We have special financial aid from K.R Mangalam school students as well. For sports quota, we again provide 15% scholarship. And of course, if you're coming in with your siblings, we again provide a 15% scholarship to them as well. Apart from this, the university is also looking into a lot of government scholarships. We also provide our students with those. The faculty has to work for it. They have to find out what the student is eligible for. We help the student fill their forms and we help them get those scholarships as well if the student is willing to look out for anything else more. So all in all, the faculty holds the hands of the students till the time they need it. We help them groom up. We help them become the future of the country that they want to be. We help them go to the position that they want to reach to, and we're still there for them. We have a huge alumni connect available with us. If the student wants to stay in connection with us, they can, and we have a huge cell for that as well. So if we have another slide, requesting you to move on, please. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much. For any queries, you can call on the phone over here. And I will request Dr. Arora to wrap up. But before that, thank you so much for our IT team working hard on a Saturday when it is raining. Thank you so much, Mayank sir, for the beautiful session that you have done. And again, a huge thank you to Gagan sir for doing sessions with us from time to time with your busy schedule, and Dr. Arora for always guiding us and helping us out make these sessions the best that they can be. Thank you so much.
Can you unmute yourself, sir? Ashok sir.
Arora sir, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry. I said to wrap up, the only word which is left is thank you. So thank you very much. Special thanks to Dr. Gagan, right? And I'm very happy to meet Mayank, right? The youth is the hope, right? And through youth, we want to empower the youth. That is what exactly we are doing, right? And my special thanks to the audience. If there are no audience, we have no relevance, right? So I'm sure today's webinar, which gave us so much of information, most importantly, gave us a futuristic outlook, and which is very important to decide about the present. So I'm sure this will help you, right? And if you need more guidance, more help, you're free to come to the university campus, and our faculty would be very happy to solve, to answer your queries, to resolve your doubts. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much. Tahir sir, we
Thank you
may
so much, sir.
close.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir.